Lamar Jackson looking for a contract extension from the Ravens. Is he costing himself money with these losses?
Nope.
So I don't think so, because we know how this script is going to play out, right? He's going to get franchise tagged this offseason, and then he's probably going to wait till August to show up and miss some training camp. That's the song and dance that happens, especially with a 2-year journey that we've been on, because the Ravens don't want to pay that guarantee.
Facts. We franchise tag my boy Dalton Schultz. If y'all don't know, Dalton Schultz it's the second coming of Jason Witten, one of the greatest tight ends to ever graze the earth, graze the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Lay his grace in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, Lamar Jackson definitely will be franchise tagged so they can hold on to him as long as they can. Because, they at the end of the day, man, they believe in Lamar Jackson just like all the fans believe in Lamar Jackson. He's been doing the best out of his entire class. People can argue Josh Allen, but, I'm going to go for Lamar Jackson, the guy that got the actual MVP. But, people got their own opinions. But with that being said, man, he's definitely going to be franchise tagged.
Guaranteed money that he is asking. He wants a fully guaranteed deal. So whether he throws 4 touchdown passes in a game or 0 probably doesn't change a whole lot of that unless he gets them through the playoffs into the Super Bowl. That's the determining factor that will cause owner Steve Bisciotti to say, here's the coffin of money.
What are you guys seeing with Chris? What are you seeing with Baltimore right now?
Well, Baltimore's got to be better in the fourth quarter, and I know everybody wants to focus on their defense that's given up 63 points in their losses in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. So the whole question that they got right here is this affecting his money. If you don't know, Lamar Jackson is seeking a $230 million fully guaranteed contract, which I think he rightfully deserves, especially when people like Deshaun Watson. Nothing against Deshaun Watson, innocent until proven guilty. I don't know. I don't want to get into that conversation. Ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. But in terms of his situation, him getting the type of money he got, I think Lamar Jackson and several other QBs deserve, better money or more money, because these. The NFL is bringing in a lot of money, a lot of revenue off of these athletes, off their entertainment, off the, the ads, the commercials, all this good stuff, so the players can be paid this amount of money. See what I'm saying? So I think he deserved the money. And with that being said, Lamar Jackson is putting up some crazy numbers. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it real quick. He's putting up some crazy numbers in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Like, he's balling. He's straight out balling, but, the defense just not holding up. Okay, here you go right here. Fourth quarter, it was 35-14. Against Miami, they lost. Then 20-3 against Buffalo in the second half, going into the third quarter, they lost. 20-10 against the Giants in the fourth quarter, 6 minutes left, they lost. Baltimore 19, Jacksonville 10, in 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they lost. 35-14 lost. 23 lost. 10-20 lost. 19-10 lost. Sound like he's putting up enough numbers, man. For NFL quarterbacks putting up 20-plus points a game, the defense just got to help him out just a little bit more, because if he's doing it consistently, just 20-plus a game every time, he can't. It's basically saying, like, if he don't deserve the money, these losses hurt his, his stock for next season. It's basically saying, those losses all on him, and they're not. They're definitely not on all of him.
But the offense has only scored 25 points in the losses in the fourth quarter. Their offense has 3 of 9 in those losses. Their offense, which leads the league in turnovers in the fourth quarter with 8, 5 of them came in those 4 losses. So the offense absolutely has to be better. They've had 10 fourth quarter drives in those 4 losses. The offense has only scored touchdowns on 3 of them. The offense has to be better in closing out games. We know about the weaknesses on the defense, but the offense needs to do a better job of being able to extend drives, control time of possession, and protect the lead, protect that defense.
I would say that Chris mentioned the 63 points. So the last 4 games, in the fourth quarter, okay? So essentially one game. We've given up 63 points, okay? So in 60 minutes of football at the end of games, 63 points and 539 yards of offense. So it's a lot. Yeah. Now, to what Chris is saying about it, it's the offense.
If you got 5 turnovers, those other offenses are getting a lot of extra possessions.
Yes, exactly right. And so look at this last game. They're protecting a 2-point lead. Okay, with roughly 5.5 minutes left in the game, they decide to run a kick out of the end zone rather than just taking the touchback. You're protecting a 2-point lead. They run it back and get tackled inside.
Exactly what he was saying. Exactly what was just going through my mind. Like, it's not just on the offense. It's offensive coordinators. It's the O line. It's the D line. They're breaking down. If they're already putting up 20 points in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, when they come down to the fourth quarter, the defense got to show up. And I'm a defensive player. myself. So I definitely believe that the defense just got to step up. Yeah, he said, oh, we know about the weaknesses. Let's keep talking about those weaknesses until they become strength points. That's why I think he's missing a picture. Like, Lamar deserved that bread. These losses not on him. The offense can do better, but he definitely could have worded that a lot better because it sounded like he hating. Sound like he hating.
The 10. Yeah. So right now, special teams is already failing this football team just by the decision and then by the execution. Then on
what is this on the screen?
Play, they turn the football over inside their own 20-yard line. That leads to points, which puts Jacksonville in the lead.
It's a lot of factors that go into a turnover, man. It's a lot of factors going to turnover. Like I said, it all start from the play call, and then it trickles all the way down.
Those things are obviously beyond, just Lamar Jackson and how he's playing. And so I don't think it affects, to the question on Jeremy, it doesn't affect his money, but it does affect this team. Look at their schedule. They're going to win at least 5 more games. Like, look at their schedule. They're going to do it, even with as poorly as they've played. But the problem is you play a good team in the postseason, you'll get run off the field.
Well, I'll say this about the remaining schedule. It looks like it's soft, but they just lost to Jacksonville, a team that had 3 wins on the ledger. If you can lose to the Jacksonville
He's definitely hating. He's definitely hating, for sure.
Jaguars, you can lose to anybody.
Yeah.
And that's the state of affairs with the Baltimore Ravens. Their defense absolutely has to be better, especially with them making the move to get Roquan Smith, but their offense can help their defense out.
Right. Red zone offense, 24th in the NFL. So this is the year Lamar Jackson is supposed to make that next leap as a passer. Hasn't quite happened yet.
Yes or no? Is this a Super Bowl team?
Ooh,
can they
it's
be
loaded
a Super Bowl
in the
team?
AFC.
No.
It's too loaded. I just don't see enough, especially like you look at their wide receivers. He's thrown to a 35-year-old Deshaun Jackson down the field. Like, it's just not enough firepower.
Yeah, like I said, man, it's not on Lamar Jackson. He deserved the money. The team is not as great. Like he just asked the question. They're a Super Bowl team, definitely not. They're still 7-4. They got a great schedule going on to end the season out. Man, they're probably going to win out. But you got to think about it like this. If Lamar Jackson continues to ball out and he leaves and goes to a team where he do have the pieces, then it's OV. Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in the league. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. You heard what I'm saying?
I barely have the energy left to drudge up to say, how about them Cowboys?
That's how you found it.
Whoa!
There it is. There it is.
But at the end of the day, like, you got to be realistic. Lamar Jackson is running. He's throwing. He's running. He's holding down the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real.
Offense and the defense, like we said, is
That's
the problem.
35-year-old.
He is
Right.
for 35.
He's going to be fast too. 60. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll obviously keep a close eye on.
Man, how y'all feel about Ian Rappaport, man? I feel like he's definitely one of the most analysts, one of the best analysts that people trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my girl, she really, like, pay attention, only trust stuff when it comes from his Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of football fans believe the same thing. Man, but check out these clips, man. I want y'all to tell me, check out, some of these Lamar Jackson highlights, some of these perfect plays that he made to this 7-4 record that is keeping them alive. And they didn't mention anything about that. They only mentioned the things that's going negative in the situation that he has going on with the Ravens in his, his last year before he get franchise tags or he move on. You know what I'm saying?
Do that.
Let's see how they go.
Jackson sings one to midfield. There's Andrews again. First down for Baltimore.
Hey.
Jackson looking deep for Duvernay, and he makes the adjustment and the catch. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Elite passer. I'm telling you, he's an elite passer. It's crazy.
Jackson with pressure coming. Keeps the play alive. Jumps over a defender and still going. Does he have any room? And he comes close to a first down.
See what I'm saying?
Lamar into the end zone, wide open, touchdown.
Damn.
Duvernay with his second of the game.
Down bad.
Davis and the other one by Kenyon Drake.
Lamar winding up, going deep for Bateman. He's got
Cannon.
him. Touchdown.
Cannon for an arm.
Third touchdown today for Lamar Jackson, and that was a strike.
Like I said, despite what the record is showing 7-4, despite some of these losses that they were supposed to win, like, if they would have won all 4 of those games, they'd be undefeated. Like, let's make it make sense. Like, no other quarterback get criticized as much as this man. You can argue Russell Wilson this season, but that's because of his personality outside of football. But in terms of football, no other quarterback gets critiqued like Lamar Jackson.
And Davis is back there. Ricard is on the move.
And then probably Dak Prescott. And he get critiqued by mostly Dallas fans. It's weird.
Jackson. Wow, what a catch.
Dom, touchdown.
Jackson.
It ain't too many quarterbacks that's making passes like that on a weekly basis, and he do it on a weekly basis. Touchdown.
Relatively quickly. Second down and 4.
Look at the score against Miami. 21-7. This is where the defense should have enough energy, enough momentum, all of that to just keep the offense off the field. Or keep the offense on the field. Keep their offense off the field. Keep the Ravens on the field.
It's Jackson. Oh my gosh, here he goes. He'll sprint. He's being chased by Howard. Looking behind. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Let's get his touchdown relatively quickly. Second down and 4. And wide open downfield. That's the catch in the first of his career by the rookie tight end Likely.
I had to go back. I had to see that again. Right, look at the score. It's 21-7.
Touchdown.
21-7. Threw a touchdown. 28-7. Where is the defense? How did they lose this game? Where is the defense? How did they lose this game? Look at Lamar Jackson. If anything, these games they losing is helping his stock. Because he's the showstopper. Well, he just said he's electrifying. He's the showstopper. If you take Lamar Jackson and put him in any of these winning teams, these other winning teams, these undefeated teams like the Eagles, any of these teams, even if you put him on my Cowboys, he's dominating. He's dominating the NFL. That's what people don't understand. It's kind of crazy. This is how he was slept on in college, too, just because he went to Louisville.
Jackson, end zone, touchdown.
Even after the Heisman.
His first career score. That return.
You want to come play receiver for us? No, he's a quarterback. He's a Heisman winning quarterback. How many quarterbacks in the league right now never won a Heisman, even got close to winning a Heisman?
Jackson back corner.
It's crazy. I'm not even a Lamar Jackson stan. I'm just being real. That's my name, real deal. You know what I'm talking about?
Has a first down, has a touchdown.
Goal. Ricard again in motion. Out of the gun, shovel up the middle, contact, and he gets in. J.K. Dobbins extended. Ravens forced 4 turnovers last week, all in the second half. They forced 2 today. Deep drop. Jackson looks downfield, wide open. Catches made. J.K. Dobbins. Spin move by Dobbins. Down from day one, just looked like he belonged. He doesn't know if it's an Iowa thing like Marshall Yonda. Jackson somehow upright and throws it downfield. The bubble. Caught. A wild play. It's 3rd and 12 for Baltimore. Jackson senses the pressure. Now he's got room to work. Jackson.
Like I said, man, Lamar Jackson definitely is on the road to getting that $230 million guaranteed, because there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks looking for that type of money, at the end of these contracts that they're reaching. With that Deshaun Watson, situation, outside of what's going on, if he was just a football player and he got paid $230 million, every other quarterback going to think they deserve that, especially from a player that haven't played in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? He got $230 million. You know what I'm saying? So they want that. They want that type of income so they can get that life-changing money for not only themselves, but for their family. But with that being said, man, it's your boy RealDealRae. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.